idea is when you push to your end range of motion, your central nervous system sends a signal to your body, whoa man, I think you're going to damage something. So it sends pain signals, prevents you from moving further. So with flexibility, mobility, we are telling our body it's okay to get into that position over time. So you're basically, over time, desensitizing your central nervous system from sending out those inhibiting sensory type of signals to your body. So today, don't push to any certain level of pain. Push to your level of discomfort of like, whoa man, I don't think I really hang out in this position very much. But don't push through the pain, just push the discomfort. We're going to be doing a lot of movement style things. Can you not? And then, jeez! Yoga's supposed to be calming me down. I'm getting feisty. Alright. Yeah, so I'll walk you through things. Be a lot of contracting the muscles through end range of motion. It's not going to be very easy. So, you're in for one today. We'll start off. Yeah, so are you.
Yeah, we're in for it today, too.
Alright. We still can't find like a good yoga kind of playlist, so we're going with the trap music today. Start off in a child's pose. If you guys have a yoga mat, that would be ideal. You can always just find a space on the floor, a towel, some kind of mat to put down. This is the moment you connect with the breath and the body. So you're going to really use your exhales today to send those signals to your body. It's okay. Calm the central nervous system down. You want to engage the parasympathetic nervous system, which is our rest and digest, calming nervous system. Take a nice deep breath in. Long exhale out. Again, take a nice long deep breath in, filling up the lungs, the belly. Long exhale. One more, deep breath in. Just really feel it in the back of your body. Take in as much inhale oxygen as you can. Hold at the top and then exhale. We're going to do that again because Xaryu didn't follow orders. Take a nice deep breath in. Hold at the top. Exhale.
Xaryu, the biggest bomb.
Start to walk, curl those fingertips forward. Start to lift up your hips and just take a nice stretch here. You should really feel it in the shoulders. Hips are high, you're in puppy dog pose. Start to reach your chest for the floor. Chin can be down. Really reach out through the shoulders. Nice deep breath in, expand, exhale, settling down. And then walk those fingertips back up. We're going to take some little dynamic kind of twists in our child's pose from here. So you're going to kind of rise up to your knees, crawl those hands over, reach out with this left arm really wide. You can make your hand into this kind of like you're chopping something.
Xaryu, the biggest bomb.
And then crawl through the center. So we're going to take this 10 times, a little bit of a dynamic child's pose twist. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, crawl through the center. So about 8 more times, we're going to be switching sides. You can make it dynamic. Crawl through. Each time, kind of reach forward just a little bit more. You can lift your butt off of your heels and then crawl through the center over to the other side. body, get some energy flowing through, keep the body warm. No really stagnant poses today till the end of our little flow. Take one more on each side. You should really feel it. The outer edge of the rear delt, the lats. And then one more time, the other side. And then back to center. And just come up to a nice, even tabletop. I'll revert back to the trap music.
Perfect.
And then we do these all the time. Start to take some wrist openers here. Always making sure our wrists are nice and open. We spend a lot of time planking or on our wrists. So you want to make sure that they're open. No limitation here. Start to make some circles around one way. And then reverse the circle. Spread those fingers nice and wide, and then turn the fingers out to the side. We'll take some side to side wrist openers. Start to take any other organic kind of movements you start to feel in your body. If you want to let your hips sway, don't worry about being weird. This is about feeling connected to the body, what it needs right now. Then turn those fingers towards your knees. Start to rock back towards your heels. Try to keep that palm flat on the ground. Try not to let it peel up. Flip that right hand over. Palms should be facing up towards the ceiling. Really stretch out that front of the forearm here. Take it slow. You might not be able to get very much range of motion. Same with everything today. Just go really slow at first. You're not going to be able to get into that full range of motion the first set or rep of anything. It's just about opening up. Flip the other wrist over. You can flip both wrists over. If you want to make some circles here, you can. Make some fists, kind of rotate over those knuckles. If you ever wonder how people do planche, a lot of wrist opening, strengthening those forearms to bring your body all the way over your wrists, your hands. All right, maybe make some final circles here. You start to notice, wow, I'm a little bit more open. It feels good. It should feel a little bit of some discomfort, but not any type of pain. All right. And from here, just take some cat and cows. So cow, we're gonna reach our chest forward, lift our gaze up, let that belly drop, really press down with our stomach opening up through the chest. And then cat, reach up through that spine like a Halloween cat. Hug that belly button up towards your spine. Press the ground away. Inhale to cow pose. We'll take about 5 of these here. Just go with your breath. So inhaling and then exhaling to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. With each rep, trying to get a little bit more range of motion. Rotate the neck out here as well. Two more. Inhale to cow. Think about kind of this visual of your hands sliding towards your knees to open up through the chest. Exhale to cat.
I'm sweating.
You are?
Alright.
Inhale to cow.
This is hard.
Exhale to cat. This is like the easy stuff. Alright, guys.
Child's pose.
No! So in yoga, they say at any point if you want to take a child's pose, you can, but not in my class. Alright, center that left hand. So usually we do this kind of thread the needle and just come down. We're going to do it 10 times. So you're not going to hang out at the ground level for that long. So you're going to sweep up with that right arm, really reach. Keep those hips kind of squared. And then exhale, thread it through. And then back up, inhaling open. Exhaling through. Inhale, open. Exhale through. So the idea is working flexibility with mobility. So we're still dynamically moving, but stretching as we move. About 4 more. One more. And just hang out here at the bottom just for a little bit. Reach that left arm forward in front of you. Or if you want to reach it back behind, you can grab for that right thigh or that right hip crease. Start to really turn your body open up towards the ceiling. You should really feel that spine twisting. And then exhaling, releasing down. We're going to do that same thing on the other side. So center right hand. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, thread it through. 10 of these reps here. Really try to reach each time a little bit further with that left arm. It's going to open up the chest as well. Contract those rear delts.
Tricep work.
Yeah. All right, 2 more. Last one. Just thread it through. Come down to that left shoulder. You can walk that right arm out. That feels comfortable for you. If you want a little bit deeper, wrap that right hand towards the left hip crease. Start to turn that right shoulder up open towards the ceiling. Making all sorts of pretzels with the body today. All right, exhale, release, come back to a neutral tabletop position. Should be feeling a little open in the front body right now. All right, tuck those toes under. We're gonna take a couple down dog kind of squat extensions here, all right? So you're gonna hover the knees. Make sure your hands are shoulder width apart, feet are shoulder width apart. And then you're just gonna start to work those hips up towards the ceiling by tucking the toes, pressing the ground away. Start to just think about the upper body, pressing towards your shins. Really bend those knees and then come back down to a hover. We'll take this 10 times again. So really starting to open up, lengthen, just getting your body moving here. If you guys can, you're going to keep your chest tucked in towards the top of your thighs. I'm not really there yet, but just let those knees come down and extend back up. We'll do 5 more. standing. And reach those arms up overhead. Gaze up, look up at those hands, reach up nice and tall. From here, we're just gonna take some more kind of shoulder openers. So we're just gonna come make some circles with the arms, really reach up, protracting the shoulders at the top, and then coming back down. Nice big circles, reaching at the top, hugging the stomach in, and coming back down. 2 more. And the last one, steeple your hands together. We'll just take some side body stretches. So reach those arms over to the right side. Press the left hip out towards the left. Gaze up under left shoulder. Inhale through center. Exhale over to the left side. Inhale back through center. Over to right. Inhale through center. Over. Try to use the obliques to lift your body back up. One more each side. Really reach to those left fingertips. Inhale through center, exhale over to the left side. And then inhale back through center, cactus those arms. Really reach those elbows back towards the back of the room. Open up through the chest, hands to heart center. Take a nice deep breath in. This is actually more challenging. Woo! Deep breath in, and then exhale, slowly fold forward, bend those knees. Kind of touch the top of the chest towards your thighs. Just hang out here for a second. If you're really, really good with your forward fold, you can begin to straighten out those legs. Keep the top of the thighs touching the chest. All right, hands plant down, walk those feet out towards the sides. We'll drop down to a nice wide yogi squat at first. Might not look the prettiest. You guys have been working on your squat, so just take some time, open up. You can rock side to side, see how it feels today. Maybe you take some spinal twists. It's your first squat of the day, no worries. You need to hold on to something. Or if you can place like a block underneath you. If your squat's not very low, that can help you out a lot. And eventually, you'll start to lower how high you have between your butt and the ground. Squatting is such a great, great movement for the body. Helps with digestion, helps with postural alignment, ankle mobility. There's just like a litany of things that are so good for the body with with the squat. So squat every day if you can. All right, and from here, place those hands back behind you. Again, we're still warming up. Warm-ups can be almost an hour for the body if you're not used to, moving in weird ways like this. So just drop those knees in. Maybe you really turn out at the bottom. Rotate and twist. You can keep those knees up or let that other opposite knee fall back, so like a 90-90. Just take 10 reps here. Flex through those feet. Again, this is just opening up the hips a bit more for some more intense kind of hip stretching. Don't want to dive into any type of more intense flexibility training. Cold. 90-90 pulses that we usually do on leg day. So make a 90-90 position. This front shin is going to be parallel to the top of the mat. Back knee is, it can be not in a complete 90-90, but some of an acute angle. And from here, start off nice, short range of motion. Don't try to force it too much. Flex through that left foot. Make sure this shin is parallel to the top. Just going to take some little forward folds over that shin. You can reach out towards that knee if that feels better, if it's too hard to go towards the foot, but eventually maybe work towards reaching more diagonally over that foot. So take 10 pulses. And then we'll hold at the bottom for about 10 seconds. Flex through that left foot. Start to engage that left thigh, the left glute. This is a form of PNF kind of stretching if you're really active while you're at your end range of motion. All right, exhale and switch. Right leg is in front. That same formation, just the opposite side. Start to take some nice, easy pulses forward. Again, this is just warming up the body, so nothing extreme. And then we hold at the bottom, flex through that right foot, flex that right hip, flex the right glute, holding here for about 7 to 10 seconds. All right. Woo!
That's good.
Yeah. All right. Now we're just going to do regular 90-90s. So that just means kind of windshield wiping the feet in. 10 reps. These are also called shin boxes, I think, for other people. So basically keep those heels glued down. You're going to drop one knee in and then drop that left knee in. And I like to sit up nice and tall, the end range of motion, really flex through the glute before switching over. You guys need to do these again with assistance with your hands. That's okay. You can do them if you want more of a challenge. Hug your hands towards your chest or have your hands back behind you, or like Xar, your hands on the back of your head. So we'll do 10 total, 5 on each side. A lot of you guys might be familiar with these in sports training you do. So good. There's a reason that multiple sports use this as a warm-up. All right, one more each side. Especially if you guys are on hard floor, I would recommend putting something underneath you. All right, we're gonna do that same kind of 90-90 windshield wiper-esque thing, but this time we're gonna come here and then we're gonna open up with that knee and then use the arm to press it out, all right? So basically you're gonna come here, you're gonna switch, you're gonna fold this knee up again, use that hand to open up through that inner thigh. Again, don't press to a point of pain, you're just opening up. Eventually, by the 10th rep, hopefully, we'll start to feel a little bit more open. All right, so we're gonna do 10 of those. So coming in, let that knee come up, heel is flat, open up. And then switch. 90-90, opening up with that left arm, left knee. And then switching sides. Sit up nice and tall if you can. take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. We're going to rise up. Hands and knees. And then tuck the toes to find a downward facing dog. So we're going to do another little kind of dynamic warm-up sequence here. The idea is not to hang out in the pose very much. You're just going to kind of go through the motions. So here, find a nice down dog. You're going to bring this right foot up towards the right hand. Kind of like we do if you guys do our 4-3-2 workouts. And then you're just going to bring this left leg right, bring that left ankle right behind the right ankle here, and find a nice seated posture. And again, we're going to do a little twist, okay? Hands plant down, stepping back, down dog. Left leg comes to left hand, pause here, bring that right foot up, take a nice little twist. Does that make sense? All right, hands here. Kind of like a little cardio workout. So we're doing 10 reps again. Find a down dog, right leg to right hand, sit down, twist over. You can twist however you like. You want to bring that hand to open up the knee, or kind of wrap around. Make it fun, what your body needs. Get your heart rate up a bit here. One more each side. All right. Find yourself back, downward facing dog. Then center that left foot. Inhale, you're going to reach that right leg up towards the sky. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Open up here, and then settle down. So again, with these ones, you're not going to be hanging out. You're just going to be switching side to side. Again, 5 reps on each side, so 10 reps total. Hold on one second. Dealing with music. All right, so lifting left leg up. Bend the knees, stack the hips, and then switch sides. So again, start to open up those hips by stacking, flexing through that foot, and then back down. Inhale, reach that right leg up towards the ceiling. And then we're just going to place that right foot in between the hands. Drop that left knee down and extend out through that right leg. Try to keep the chest touching that right leg. And of course, don't fully extend. We're just still kind of warming up the body in these different movement patterns. So just treating it as mobility and not necessarily like super intense flexibility. All right, we're gonna rock forward. We're gonna lift up those hands. Just let that right knee drift over right foot, right ankle. Just sitting up nice and tall. Talk to that glute. We're gonna take this for 10 reps here. So hands come down, and then just extend that leg, and then rock forward. Forward. Maybe you go deeper and deeper into each lunge position each time. Chat's popping off. I wish I could read. All right, and then extend right leg. We have 4 more. Doing these kind of dynamic mobility stretches is just getting the body used to these kind of movement patterns. So when you do want to kind of attempt some isometric stretching, your body's not confused about why you're in that position. 1 more. Plant those hands, tuck left toes, swing that right leg back towards the ceiling, stack those hips one more time. Then we're just gonna let that right foot drift back behind us. Take a wild thing or wheel. Plant both feet, really press out with this left hand. Reach for the front of the room. Press those hips high. And then exhale, slowly come back around. We'll do that same pattern on the other side. So center right foot, lift left leg up towards the ceiling. Then exhale, bringing it through. Your hands drop down to right knee. Uncurl toes. You can keep them curled if you want. Makes not a huge difference here. Then we're just gonna straighten out that left leg. Try to keep the chest glued on that top of the thigh. You can have a really generous bend in the leg to do so. Curl the toes up. Again, don't go too far. If your body's sending you signals, listen. Rise back, let that left knee drift over left ankle. And we'll take this 10 times on this side. Nice dynamic, just moving with the breath.
The Czar, the biggest bomb.
Inhale, lunge forward. Plant those hands, come back. Hang out in a certain stretch, you can. I'm still treating this more as a dynamic movement pattern though. extension and lunge. Remember to tuck those hips and lunge. Try not to let the belly splay open. You want to still be active through the glutes, the core. So tuck everything in. Take one more. All right, hands plant down, tuck right toes, and sweep that left leg back up towards the ceiling. Stack the hips one more time. You can let that left foot drop behind you. Come into a nice wild thing, reaching for the front of the room, press the hips high, opening up through the chest, press the ground away, slowly with control coming back here. From here, we're going to take a nice bend through those legs and come forward into a plank pose and then just drop down to upward facing dog. We're going to do this 10 times again. So coming back up, downward facing dog, bend the legs, press the ground away, slowly shift forward. If you guys have a lot of spinal mobility, you can make this into kind of a little bit of a spinal flow. So coming here, rounding up through the shoulder blades, coming to downward facing dog, or upward facing. Couple more. Final down dog. Drop those knees down. Take another child's pose here. Connect with the breath again. Nice deep breath in. Long exhale out. In form of prayer, hands. Then start to just drop those hands down the nape of your neck. Really let the triceps open up, stretching out. Plant those hands. Inhale, rise up to hands and knees. Tuck toes. Find a downward facing dog again. And then just crawl those feet in towards your hands. Find a nice forward fold. Heel toe your feet in together, and you're just gonna rise up to standing. Reach those arms up overhead. Hug that right knee in towards your chest here. Flex through that right foot. And then start to bring it out towards the side. As high as you can. And then back towards the center, finding your balance, staring at one drifty focal point on the ground. Open up to the side again. Back to center. And then just cross that right ankle on top of left thigh. Find a nice figure four here. Start to bend through that left leg. If you can bring your hands down towards the mat. You can hook right foot around left arm, left tricep. You should really feel this in the right hip. You can take some bounces. Really flex through that right foot to protect the knee, to protect the hip a bit. And then exhaling, just releasing that foot. Inhale, rise up to standing again. Reach arms up overhead. We'll take that on the other side. So lifting the left knee up towards your chest. Really hug it, squeeze it in. Start to ground through that right foot. Find your balance. And then right hand comes to right hip. And opening up through this side. Back to center. Hug that knee in again. And one more time, bring it over to the left side. Working on those stabilizing muscles for balance. Also opening up hip flexors, glute. Cross left ankle on top of right thigh. And start to fold down, figure four, until you feel it into that left hip. That means just staying here, that's fine. If that means forward fold until your hands touch the floor, that's also fine. Deep breath in and exhale, release down. Heel toe those feet apart, drop down to a nice yogi squat again. Maybe feel a little bit more open through those hips. All right, from here we're gonna take some kind of knee pulses out towards the side to work on our glutes a bit. So you're gonna start, I don't know if you guys can see on the stream, but basically you're going to use just your hip strength, your glute strength to bring your knees out. So if this is really inaccessible for you and you guys aren't here, you're gonna just be doing it up here, but it's working on those adductors. Take just 10 pulses out and in. Make sure your knees are still tracking over your toes and not caving in though. Alright, after 10, just drop those hands back behind you, fingers facing your heels. Walk those feet out just a little bit in front of you. And we'll take some kind of reverse tabletop bridge poses here where we're going to open up through our chest. So really root down through the ground. Start to lift those hips up. And then reach that head back. Open up through the chest, the shoulders. Might feel really tight at first. And then exhale, we're going to drop down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, down. One more. Might feel this in your wrists as well. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, back down. Then we're just going to fold that left ankle on top of right thigh. Open up through the hip a bit more. Hands can reach back. If you want more of a stretch, you can walk that leg, that right foot in towards the right butt cheek. Flex your left foot. And then switch sides. Right ankle crosses on top of right, left, just above the knee, so quad. All right, exhale, releasing down, feet come together in. Take some nice little butterfly, kind of flapping the knees open, and then we'll do a little bit of a kind of PNF work where we're contracting the knees to the floor. All right, we're going to take 5 kind of PNF type stretches here. So that's going to mean flexing the glutes to bring the knees closer to the ground. And you're going to hold for about 5 to 7 seconds. So we're going to do 5 reps of those for 2 sets, all right? So first one, really contract, bring those knees close to the ground. And then exhale, release. Second rep, contract, bring the knees down, open up through the inner thighs, and release. Contract, and release. Contract, and release. One more, contract, and release down. All right. To break that up, we're just going to extend the left leg, cross that right leg over, hug the knee into the body, and then take a nice little twist. Reach that head back over right shoulder, sit up nice and tall. And then exhale, switch sides. Right leg extends, left leg crosses over, left hand comes back, spinal twist. And then release. And then one more time with our little butterfly PNF stretches to open up the inner thighs a bit. So bring those feet in as close as you can. And then we're going to contract down, hold, and release. Contract, hold. You should really be putting a lot of effort into bringing those knees down, and release. 3 more. Contract, and release. Contract, and release. Contract, and release. One more, contract, and release. Nice work. All right, bring those feet back behind us. Find a downward facing dog. And then just bring that right leg in between the hands. We're going to take some Cossack squat kind of dynamic warm-ups here. So if you guys have been joining us on leg day or our 4-3-2 workouts, we're going to do Cossack squat. So that means you can be lunging side to side. So turn those right toes out. Kind of get your foot more, you can have it diagonal, but ideally you'd want it parallel to the top edge of the mat, all right? So from here, just take 10 reps side to side. Don't push too far. Your Cossack squat might just look like this. If you want to rotate those toes up to point to the ceiling, you can. That'll get more into the inner thigh. You can also just keep the foot flat. So just 10 side to side. Start to open up a bit more. Should be feeling pretty warm in the this kind of straddle position here. So you're gonna do a Cossack squat to the right side. You're gonna lunge over, and then you're gonna twist these toes out towards the front. Left hand plants down, and take a spinal twist here. And then you're gonna take it the other way. So right hand comes in, gonna drop that left foot down, reach up through the left arm. All right, and then take that Cossack squat to the other side. Left toes turn forward, right hand comes down, crescent twist. Left hand comes in, twist this side, so double twist. And then rise back up, Cossack to the other side, turn those toes, twist. Yours might not look super pretty at first. We'll take about 5 more reps here. Remember twisting both sides, rise back up. So opposite hand, opposite foot first, and then twist left hand, left foot. It's a really, really good warm up to do for legs as well. One more each side. Maybe your range of motion is a little bit further each time. You feel pretty warm. You're just gonna come back down, bring those feet out nice and wide, since you should be feeling pretty open by now and pretty warm. We're gonna do some straddle kind of stretching here. So bring those feet out as wide as you can. That's comfortable and there's no pain. And from here, we're just gonna flex the feet up towards the ceiling, and then think about rotating the toes back behind us. And you're just gonna be flexing and holding for about 7 seconds here for 3 rounds, all right? So we're gonna contract everything, flex through the feet, flex the quads, flex everything, and release. All right. Again, flexing everything, bring those feet back behind us, rotating out, really flexing down, pressing the ground with our legs, and releasing. You guys need to be up on a block underneath your butt, that's probably fine. Otherwise, just go here, just start to work out. Maybe your straddle's like this for now, you're hunched. You can still kind of work on strengthening how to open up with your straddle. One more here, flex through the feet, opening up. All right, and releasing down. Whew. All right, second thing we're gonna do in our straddle is some hip flexor work. So basically, we're gonna raise both of our legs as high as we can off the ground. Your hands can be out in front of you. They need to be behind you for right now, that's fine. So basically we're gonna lift our legs for about 5 to 10 reps. We'll do 5 for the first set and try to work our way up a little bit higher to see where we're at. Sometimes you just have to test out your rep range, all right? So flex those toes or point the toes. And we're gonna try to lift our legs off the ground as high as we can for 10 reps. one. Shake those legs out. Maybe bring the legs in a little bit closer so you're not at your end range of motion, wherever it's comfortable for you. We'll do one more set of that. Ooh, this is not easy stuff, but this is definitely gonna help you with your mobility. Might not look like a pretty yoga flow on Instagram, but this is the hard work. We wanted to show you guys what we do, what's been effective for us in terms of opening up the past kind of month or so. All right, next round. Straddle as wide as you can. Point those toes, sit up nice and tall if you can, hands out in front. 10 reps, bringing those legs up as high as you can. Really squeezing. Hard, or you have amazing hip flexor strength. All right. One last thing we're going to do for our straddle, and this is kind of hard to tell from the stream maybe angle, but we're going to be flexing our glutes in a straddle. So that means really trying to bring the legs out a bit wider than they already are. We're going to have our toes pointed, and we're going to be taking 10 pulses using our glutes to bring the legs out a little bit wider, all right? So from here, we'll do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. One more set. A lot of you guys ask if Zara's a gymnast or if we have done gymnastics before. This is kind of the gymnastic skills-based training that allows you to have a nice straddle. You have to have the strength in both the inner thighs and the glutes. So you have to work on both the antagonist muscle and the muscles themselves that are active in this posture. All right, one more time. Point the toes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, releasing. Bring everything in. Shake it out. That might have been hard for you guys. Whew. All right, I swear the rest will be easier things. We're gonna come down onto our stomachs here. Flip around. Take some more kind of shoulder, chest openers here. So first we're just gonna start off kind of dynamic. You're just gonna lift that left leg up and then bring it over to the right side and then back around. So we'll do 10 reps of this, switching sides. Start to open up the spine from this angle of the chest. So 5 on each side. You can have those hands out in a T if you want, or if you want a little bit more in that shoulder, cactus the arm. One more each side. If you guys can't get that foot to touch the ground behind you, that's okay, you can have it hovered. Eventually you'll reach touchdown once you start to get that spine a little bit more open, especially through that chest, shoulder.
make sure those arms are perpendicular out in alignment with the shoulder, not too far up or too far down. And from here, we're just gonna plant those hands right near the armpits kind of, and just peel ourselves up. And just take a nice kind of cobra here. You can have those thighs touching. Open up again. Then come back down. Take a child's pose. Rise up to hands and knees. We're going to tuck the toes under, kind of find a kneeling position. Maybe you sit on your heels. If that's really, really inaccessible for you, it hurts your knees or your hips or your feet, you can place a block and sit on a block to give you some more height. We're just going to hang out here for a little bit to open up the arches of our feet. A lot of times we don't give our feet enough attention even though we spend all day walking on them. So the pain might start to settle in once you are stretching that arch right there. So what I like to do is I like to reach that right arm up and then hook it back with that left hand. And then you'll start to see from this angle, start to lift up through that chest, the neck, really stretching out that shoulder, the tricep. And then switching sides, left arm reaches up, and then try to find that hand behind you with the right arm. One side might be really imbalanced, that's okay. My right shoulder just doesn't seem to really have that mobility, so one more deep breath in. Are your feet on fire?
Yeah.
All right, exhale. I like to tap my feet back on my mat like a beaver's tail, kind of releases some of that sensation. Woo! All right, coming back, find a nice seated position in front of you, and we'll take one final inhale, reach those arms up overhead. Nice deep breath in, hold at the top, and then exhale. You can bow forward. And spine namaste. Not the most classic of yogas, but definitely really, really good to start moving the body in weird ways like that. So, thank you so much for joining us.
That's great. I feel good.
Feel good?
I feel good.